recording. Hey everybody, it is your girl Lady G, Miss Gina, and we're just jumping out here just for a few minutes. It'll only be about 15 minutes. Just want to talk about a game that is close to me today. It is the Ravens and the Patriots. And so, everybody, if you're seeing this broadcast right now, then I know that you're already following the Undroppables, which is your go to fantasy football content creators to get the information you need. Because what? You're trying to win, right? You're trying to win your leagues. But this is your girl, Miss Gina. I'm an NFL girl. I just like to talk football. And so I wanted to come on and let's talk just these few minutes right before these games are about to kick off at the 1 o'clock hour. This is Ms. Danash. This is my girl. Ms. Danash, tell everybody about you and where they can find you.
Hi, as Gina said, I am Miss Sanaj. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram. I am the co-host and creator of Under Review Podcast on all streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, you name it. Obsessed, football is my thing, Patriots are my thing, and that's why I am here to give Lady G the business. Okay.
Okay. Then Lady G is not here. She has exited the building. Miss Gina is here because and we might as well. This game is about to go down, right? And we both ride hard for our team. So everybody make sure you retweet it out. Let me go ahead. Let me take a second and retweet this out because I want everybody to get on and to listen as we get into. So did you find, I just went to find while I'm doing this, the inactive list, which is for the Ravens, very short today. Surprisingly, it is very short. Did you find yours yet?
Yes, I found the Patriots inactive list. It is short as well, but I think the key acquisition is Jacoby Myers. The other players are players that, don't even see the field to begin with. So Jacoby Myers is key. He had he hurt his knee during preseason. So they decided to rest him, probably aggravated Elizabeth a little bit during the first 2 weeks. So smart to rest him today because he's one of our,
Is it smart to rest him today?
I mean, you don't want to aggravate that knee, right? You don't want to make it worse than what it already is.
Right. Yeah. But I
and he is Mac Jones' security blanket. He's just that guy they feed the ball to because Hunter Henry.
Okay. You just said Hunter Henry, and then I heard silence. I was retweeting the link out. So Hunter I guess Henry, that kind of tells me everything I need to know right there.
Hunter Henry, another security blanket in the red zone last year, but I know it's only today's week 3, but who else do we have? Kendrick Bourne. we have the pieces. It's just Matt Patricia and the play calling. Ooh. That is I don't want to doubt us.
Right.
I've been a fan for many years. I'm not going to call my age out. I just want them to prove me wrong. I want Matt Patricia, Joe Judge, whoever calling the plays. I believe it's really Matt Patricia to prove
whoever.
And then Mac Jones hurt back.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. Yeah. So your team isn't super healthy going out there today either, basically.
Our running back, Damian Harris.
Is he hurt too?
He got shaken up on the last play, and you know how on last game, and you know how the Patriots do. They won't give you the full report.
Absolutely, we're the same way. We're the same way. So no, I completely understand it. So so your team is a little banged up going into this game today. I knew about a few people, but that's really some of your key starters that are banged up going into this game today. So and I know people want to act like injuries don't make any difference and just man up, next man up. Come on, y'all. If your key people are not on the field, that makes a difference. But you know what? We're not going to get into that, but it does. So I was looking at, let me pull it back up. This is literally the shortest inactives list that I have seen for my team in a minute. I mean, starting back from last year. So James Prochet is inactive in our wide receiver core. Um, I know he's been dealing with a growing injury. And our running backs, King and Drake. So that means King and Drake was booted to get JK.
Girl, and he should be. He should be. Okay.
Okay. So here's the thing, and we're going to get into this very quickly because y'all, we're not going to be long. I'm not expecting JK to get out there and perform miracles. I don't want him to feel he shouldn't feel like the pressure was on him. I'm just gonna be glad to see Baby Doll on the field. Like, period. It'll just be great to have JK on the field. So
Can
I
I
don't
just
want him to
say,
have pressure. I just want him just get out there and run. Just get out there and run. Get your sea legs back. That's all I
yeah,
want. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
and I totally agree with you. I know they reported today that they were trying to push for 12 carries um today, but he had a lot of compounding injuries. So
Right.
kudos to you. I have him stashed away on my bench for fantasy.
Right.
So I just want him to do his thing. I am also curious in your defense how they're gonna perform today. Marlon Humphreys is back today, correct?
Absolutely. So on defense, the only one it looks like we have out is Brent Urban, and I
Mm,
think that's because Travis Jones.
mm.
Travis Jones is back. Yes, sir. See, people don't know about Travis Jones. That dude is a menace on the field. He is going to cause some headaches for a lot of teams this season. And Daryl Worley, who's a cornerback. So, and then obviously Ronnie Stanley, our left tackle, is not back yet. So all in all, as far as who we're putting on the field, I would say it's looking pretty good for the Ravens today.
And I will say they're playing at home for us, the Patriots. You know, that's a tough place to play.
Your
Uh,
first home game of the season, right?
yes, and we have Nelson Aguilar, we have Devontae Parker,
Right.
we have all these we have weapons. Again, it's how are we going to execute? It's all about the game planning. How are we going to execute?
Okay. So this is what I'm looking for from my team. They obviously with JK being back, Mike Davis is still out there. We still have Justice Hill. I'm looking forward to them probably trying to get a little bit of a run game
Get them
going.
going. Right.
We have not had a run game. This is very weird to say about my Ravens, right? But for these first two games, we have lacked a run game and run defense.
Mhm.
Like what? Like we're talking about the Baltimore Ravens. Like that's what we've always had. But strangely, our run defense has not been up to par, and our run game has certainly not been up to par. So that's really wild. However, passing the ball, airing it out, throwing it, whatever you want to call it. We seem to be working more on the air raid type of offense right now. Like that's what's working. Passing the ball is what's working. What where Lamar is targeting, everybody's getting touchdowns. Like Demarcus Robinson has gotten a touchdown since the season started. Duvernay has two plus the one he ran back on the return. Rashad Bateman has gotten a touchdown in both games. Mark Andrews got a touchdown in the last game. I was
Starting
looking
the ball
at my
out.
man Isaiah Likely. He was questionable because of growing injuries. They were working him out, right before the game, but apparently, he's not on the inactive, so he's going to be out there. I'm really looking for Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely, albeit the growing issue, depending on how bad it is, to be good targets, I think, for this game today, going up against, along with Bateman, of course, and along with Duvernay. So,
And on
so
the way
yeah. So,
and on
what? Tell me about that defense. What do you think they're going to do to stop? And primarily, I would say our pass catchers of Mark Andrews, Bateman, Isaiah Likely, Duvernay, and then we still have Demarcus Robinson out there, who's a threat. Like, what are you guys looking like in your DBs?
So, as I was looking through the injury report too, not only on the offense, both of us are coming in a little not at 100% on defense. Um, Bill Belichick is going to take away the best weapon that you guys have,
Right.
right? But
Which is Lamar Jackson. I don't see how he's going to do it.
yeah, he gonna try, right? He's gonna try. He's gonna try. Again, as you stated, your running game is non-existent. With JK coming back, I still expect it to be non-existent. I want to pivot real quick to our
Ooh. Okay.
uh Matt Patricia, the last couple of games ran a lot of two tight end formations. Let's
Okay.
see if that's going to be a game plan moving forward for today. There was a lot of inside zone running plays. So let's see if that's another thing that they're going to utilize today. I do expect them to try to run the ball early and
Absolutely.
heavy
Yeah.
to see what Damian Harris can do, and also Ramondre Stevenson.
Absolutely. Yeah, that will be the thing that could be a nick in our armor in this game for sure. Is he knows our run defense has not been cool, but I'm hoping with Travis Jones being back out there that
Hmm.
we will be able to properly clog the middle because people have been straight just running straight up the middle on us, and that's not something you're normally able to routinely do on our team. So I think with Travis Jones being back out there, obviously we still have Calais Campbell, we still have
Yeah,
Pierce and
yeah.
Matabike, is doing his thing. I'm hoping we can get Travis Jones will be the cog to help us to clog up the middle. And so, Ramondre Stevens and Damian Harris won't just be able to just get out there and run at us all willy nilly. That would not be cool. So, yeah, I do expect them to run the game, run the ball, and run the ball some more. And use
And
that to
also,
even try to open up your passing game.
right, RPOs, yep. Some shotgun offenses. Shotgun plays. I'm curious to see the game plan. And you know what? I was watching. Obviously, you guys played the first 2 weeks when you guys played the Dolphins last week. My
Right,
question was, are the Dolphins the sneaky pick to make a long run this season? Or are the Ravens still trying to figure out their identity, or both? So that was my questions around the Ravens, because I have the Ravens in my top 5 in the AFC this
right,
year, cemented. But again, I don't wanna, it's too early to overreact, right? I didn't
right,
wanna
right, right,
react and say, "Oh my gosh, where's their identity? Are they just grinding it out? Are they figuring it out? Are they still trying to hit their stride?" Because again, no run game outside of Lamar. And the
right,
defense isn't 100% healthy as of yet, but we have a long season. I'd rather the
right.
injuries be nixed now so you can get healthier as the season progress than the latter.
Right. So I think that's a good question. I do not think we're having any type of defensively an identity crisis at all defensively. Um, I'm not. I'm going to give credit. So please, I'm starting off saying, Dolphins fans, I'm giving credit. You guys won. You got the dub. We took the L. Like that's what it is. When we look back, we're just going to look back and say they got a win. We got an L. Right. So let's just get that part off. I'm not trying to make excuses or say, hey, they didn't play as well, all that kind of stuff. They did. The coaching obviously did what they were supposed to do. The players did what they were supposed to do, and they won. So, okay, Dolphins fins up for y'all. Okay, you got it. Now, let's flip back over to the Ravens. That was literally a breakdown in our defense. It was related to injuries. It
Right.
was related to the right Marlon not being out there to help get those DBs in place. And at the end of the day, we had one starting corner on the field for a bunch of those plays because Marlon went out, and that was Peters, who was just back for
Back.
his first game. So
Mhm.
he's not running up the par yet. I mean, not yet. And then we had the rest of those corners out there, our two dudes that we love that really have been playing well, Jalen Armour Davis and Demarion Pepe Williams. They were rookies. So somebody got confused. Kyle Hamilton, our safety, he's a rookie. People want to say, oh, no excuses, they're a rookie. The game has to slow down for rookies. They're going to make mistakes.
Right.
They have to learn some things. They're brain farts. So it is what it is. I think a specific set of circumstances and variables occurred during that period of time that allowed the Dolphins to capitalize, which is what they did and what they should do and win. Because we didn't have our other starting cornerbacks on the field other than Peters, who was one game back. So I am not concerned about our defense going into this season. I know I did see a stat from Jameson Hensley, who talked about that we are somewhere near the top leading the league in terms of giving up points in the fourth quarter. So
Okay.
it's not a completely new thing, but the way it was done last week, I think, is a very specific set of circumstances and kind of like lightning in a bottle. And I don't think that type of thing would specifically happen again. And you were going against two road runners. Like, how many NFL offenses have two road runners on their team? Like,
Right.
two of them. They may have one, but basically the two fastest wide receivers in the league. So that's how it's going to fall out. So I'm not concerned about our defense. Do they need to make sure they pull it all together? Everybody knows where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to be doing. Of course. Was that a huge learning opportunity for those guys? Absolutely. And I would dare say it actually will make them better for the rest of the season because that was a huge learning curve. As far as the Ravens are concerned, if we're going to mess up, I'd rather we mess up now, get the
Then
stuff
later
corrected,
on, right.
right, and then we can roll in for the rest of the season. And people don't know our history. When we have some kind of game like that, especially early on, and we lose and we're not supposed to lose, we can go on serious winning streaks after that. So that's what I'm expecting them to do.
And the Patriots have revamped their defense. Their defensive scheme, as you can see, they have more speed, more versatility. Bill Belichick's like versatile. Ugh, I can't speak this morning. Linebackers, but they seem to be a little bit smaller than the more traditional stocky type of linebackers. I would say this: I believe the Patriots have contained Lamar. In their last two matchups, he averaged 206 passing yards, 58 rushing yards, and 2.5 total touchdowns in the last two games he played against New England. But that was then. With the change of scheme, I'm curious to see how Lamar is going to maneuver, right? Is he going to let that thing go a little bit more? Is he going to tuck the ball and run a lot more on this defense? So again, it'll be so funny if this game comes down to our kickers, Nick Folk and Justin Tucker.
Ooh, we better not.
Oh my gosh, because I feel like both teams, and I know it's week 3, they're still working it out. They still have a
I
lot of
agree.
holes to fill.
I agree. And let's be honest here. It's Belichick. That's why, like, if I look at your personnel on the field, I may go, man, as compared to my personnel.
Right.
But where I cannot do that at all is when I look at the coaching. You respect Belichick. Like, somebody asked me in a Twitter space this week, they were like, are you concerned about the Patriots? And I said, I wouldn't use the word concerned, but do I respect the Patriots and Belichick? Absolutely. So, you don't just roll in a Foxborough and just be like, yeah, we out here. We just about to take this and go home. Like, we just about to take this and go home, right? So I'm going to say that. But I'm saying you don't go in with that flippant type of attitude because it's Bill Belichick. And that dude is one of the greatest coaches in the NFL. And the Ravens historically have had their struggles against Bill Belichick. I do think it's a new day now, but he's still Bill Belichick. So you're going to respect that. He knows how to make adjustments. And that's an advantage I think he has over our coaching staff. I think he's better at making adjustments. So that will be probably one of the concerns because I know that Bill Belichick can maybe make adjustments faster. But I'm hoping as the season goes on that we will see that part of our coaching improve, that they're able to make adjustments better, faster. Don't just stick to the same thing. No, I'm sorry. Let me qualify that. If it's working, stick to the same thing. If it's working, keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
But if it's not, let's figure out how we can make some adjustments. And that's the crazy thing about us. Where something's working, we'll stop doing it and pivot to something else. Wow.
The New England Patriots, in order to win today's game, the New England Patriots need to continue from where they left off when they played the Steelers. Get your two tight ends involved with Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. Hunter Henry was that receiving blanket in the end zone. You have more than enough pieces to help offset Jacoby Myers. Like I said, we have Devontae Parker, Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, who should be that guy in New England this year. You have a running game, coaching, kicker, environment. I never pick against the Patriots no matter who they're playing, but they
Understood.
still have the momentum to possibly win this game, and I think the benefit for them is the fact that right now going into week 3, even though you have Marlon Humphreys back, the defense is still nicked up for the Ravens.
Yes, I think that's fair to make that statement, but I think they're going to get out there and perform. They are anxious to erase what happened last week. So I think that's the other piece that you guys have to consider. After that loss, losing the game once you were up 21 points, 3 touchdowns, like you have to understand that that defense is going to come on the field today and erase all doubts. They're going to want to correct that. They're going to want to make that right. So I think that's something that cannot be, underrated either. That they want to go out there and make a statement like, nah, we're still the defense, because that wasn't cool. What happened last week was not cool on any level. So yeah, so I did see my man Mike. I love that dude. One of the few Dolphins fans that oh no, I don't think my man is Dolphins. But yeah, this is a big test this week. I agree. And then Scott saying Lamar to Mark Andrews.
That's
I do
key.
definitely expect
I
that to be a thing today.
agree with that too. That's key.
Yeah, yeah. I think both of our tight ends, if he can tolerate it, I think Lamar to Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. I'm still looking for Isaiah Likely to have that breakout game. With him having the growing issues, I'm not sure if it's going to be today, but I feel like today against the Patriots could be the day, should be the day that he has that breakout day, unless
Belichick
the
is
growing
going
issue is just keeping him.
he's going to try to contain Lamar at times, and Mark Andrews is one of the most consistent weapons that you guys have. So he is going to try to eliminate him. I will say this: whenever we play each other, it never disappoints.
Right.
Never disappoints. So I'm looking forward to being stressed out at 1 o'clock.
All right. So I think we kind of covered defenses, offenses, special teams, coaching. So let's just get down to the nitty gritty, right?
Here we
Let's
go.
talk about this. Let's talk about the score. We got to do a score prediction
Ooh,
before we get out of here. So, and I think that's very difficult. I think it's difficult in today's NFL period. Really, the way these teams have been playing these first 2 weeks, and now we're into week 3. So, what would your score prediction be?
I'm going to say 10-3 going into the half.
Okay, okay. So you breaking it down to the half. Okay.
Okay, Patriots 10.
10-3. Okay, sis, go ahead.
For the half. And I want to say I don't see this as a high scoring game. I really don't. Uh I don't know. 20 21. You know what? It's going to be close. So I'll do like 21-20 or something like that. 21-20, like 23. 28-20 is not Ravens, Scott. 28-20 Patriots.
Ah,
But
look, I
it's
just,
I
the people made a comment, I put it up there.
yeah. So
Okay, so you did halftime, and I wasn't thinking like that.
I still have
10-3
clubhouse rooms in my head.
at halftime, 3 points. We only got a Justin Tucker field goal, which we love our kicker. Everybody wish they had Justin Tucker. I can't see that. I think our offense is just too potent at this point. I fully expect our team to put up 28 to 32 points at the very least every game, unless we just really are coming up upon we're going against a really high powered defense who can stop us in the run and the passing game. And I just don't think it's too many lockdown defenses like that, like on both sides.
On both
Like
sides.
a lot of defenses, they may have great DBs, but maybe up front is not the best. And then other ones, their front seven is great, but they're a little shaky in the secondary. So, like, how many defenses, do we have out here in the NFL where they got to go on in the front and the back? So, but based off the way our offense has been playing, I'm going to go halftime 14 Ravens to 7. I'll give you guys 7. Maybe y'all were able to break off one,
Okay.
a rushing touchdown, and while we trying to get that run defense together, right? So halftime. And then I'm going to say final score. I got to go with 28. I can't see us putting less than 28 points on the board for week to week. I really can't. So I'm going to go, I actually like that 28-20, but I'm going to go 28-17. I'm going to go 28-17. Obviously Ravens for this game. We should be making a statement. However, if the game is closer, in the score, but us still coming out on top, but it is closer, like that's not going to be shocking to me because it's Bill Belichick. And you never count out Bill Belichick and the Patriots. And they can, like, I've never taken that stance that, things we've heard in Twitter spaces, Ravens flock have heard in Twitter spaces, like, who are you going to throw the ball to? Just because it's not these big names. And when you think about the weapons that you all have, they may not be big names. It means nothing. Is what do you get out on the field and do? That's what counts. So now people backtracking on what when they said who you gonna throw the ball to all off season, people are backtracking on that now. And I feel like people will do the same thing as far as the Patriots are concerned. It's just get out on the field and do it. I don't have to be the big names. As long as you're catching the ball, when Mac throws them the ball, that's all he needs them to do. But I am concerned about Mac and that back problem. Back problems, that's the thing.
I want to say he's a tough guy. I'm calling a close game. I'm calling the score in the 20s. And let's see what happens. Let's go Pats.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here, y'all. I got to get on Zoom church. I'm late. But we had to get in a few minutes of talking about the Ravens and the Patriots with my girl. And I know she's your girl, Ms. Danash. So tell everybody where they can find you, your podcast, and all that good stuff.
All right, guys. Under Review Podcast is on YouTube. And we are on every single streaming platform. Spotify, I was going to say iTunes, Apple Podcasts, you name it. We go live every Thursday. Thursday morning we drop, and it's a good time. We give you fantasy, we give you game stats analysis, we give you previews for the game. We do it all.
Scott threw that up there, so I
was reading, Scott. You threw me off.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I wanted to put it up there since he posted it. Appreciate you, Scott. So this is Lady G, Miss Gina. You can find me every day in Twitter spaces. I'm either hosting a space or I might be in somebody else's space. I will be hosting a space tonight for Sunday Night Football. I host a space every Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night. So for all the NFL primetime games, I have a Twitter space going. Even if the Ravens are playing, I'm still going to have the space open. Lord have mercy, but I will. So make sure you come find my spaces for all Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night games. Hosting Twitter spaces. I am a part of the Undroppables fam. If you're not following the Undroppables, like, what are we even doing right now? I won 5 of my 6 head-to-heads last week in fantasy. I'm in 6 leagues. I won 5 of the 6 of them. And the 6th one, I probably would have won, but I had Trey Lance as my quarterback, and we all know he went down. So speedy recovery, to Trey Lance. He's out for the season. So you need to be following the Undroppables, where you can get all of your fantasy football content that you need, as well as bets. Like, we're doing it all over here. And you can find my content on the Undroppables. You can also find my content on She Talks Football on YouTube. And my Twitter handle, you see it there, at She Talks Football. It is 1 L, not 2. So this has been Lady G, Ms. Gina, talking with Ms. Danash. We had the ladies in the house today about Ravens Patriots. And make sure you are following her. Make sure you are following her podcast. We've actually done a couple podcasts already. One last year, one this year. And we're going to continue that thing because I always have so much fun talking to my girl. And as you can see, she knows her team. She knows her stuff. So we're going to get out of here. Good luck to everybody and their teams today, but go Ravens.
Go Pats.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.